I've really never done it where I'm on two separate devices in two separate platform programs. But anyway, please, if anybody can hear or see me, let me know. The, this evening, I want to talk about the actual truth behind success that nobody really ever talks about. Hi, dimmer code, I think it says. I'm, trying, so please bear with me if I'm not doing this correctly on both channels. Anyway, if you've ever felt like it's too late to start over, like your best years were behind you, or like nobody understands what you're really carrying inside yourself. Hi, Curtis. Can you hear me? I hope so. But you know, after being told just retire, that was my goal, to retire, and thinking there has to be more than this. Seriously. In addition, I was unable to retire since so much debt had piled up from, taking care of my mother-in-law, litigation, and so forth and so on. Attorney fees after a legal battle um, are tremendous. If anyone's ever experienced that, I'm sure you can relate and understand to what I'm expressing now. Not to mention, anytime there's litigation on anything, who's the one that makes the money? The attorneys, right? Um, Hi, Coffee, and I'm sorry, I missed your name, but hopefully this is coming across right because I'm trying to do something and I'm not techie at all. And I got a new device for a cell phone and my iPad. So I'm going to do my best. Bear with me, please. Hi, SMB. But anyway, before I go deeper, drop a comment below, a yellow heart, if you've ever felt stuck or like you were meant for more in your life. Let me know. I've got two. I saw something. I'm sorry, I missed part of that. It'll stroll back again. Anyway, hi, finally free. Oh, good for you, Paul and Larry. But anyway, my story, my struggles. I wasn't always confident. Um, I didn't grow up with tech, that's for sure. I used to fear um, hitting record on anything. I still don't even touch the TV stuff because I'm afraid I'm going to mess up what was already programmed for me. I'm doing better with computers and this stuff than I am with my own television. It's kind of scary. If I'm looking back and forth, I'm trying to look at two devices and not ignore anyone. But anyway, and now I'm live on, I think, two platforms. So that's huge, big change for me. Hi, Gary and Chad Stevens. Thank you for joining. But what changed for me was hearing a story inside the mastermind that I was at last weekend for, which blew me away. But and listening to somebody's story, if you're not building your income, someone else is deciding your future. That's what hit me really hard deep down. I had more month left than money. I didn't want to I didn't want a handout. I wanted a chance. Like everybody, right? Everybody wants a chance in life. Here's what, but type yes if you've ever felt like you were made for more, but you just, didn't have the map or the GPS, as I call it. Let me know. Hi, Malabar Burr. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, but thank you also for joining, and Mickey. But most people, uh, you know, here's what nobody tells you when you're starting out. Most people aren't failing because they're lazy, they're overwhelmed, overworked, and under supported. Can anyone relate to that? Raise your hand, please. Online business isn't about hype, it's about systems. mentorship and duplicatable blueprints. I mean, when you think about it, we all, hi, Michelle, and Bill's part, and Solon, and Big Durham. But think about it. We all have a blueprint in our life. Everybody's made differ. Yeah, you get up, you work your butt off all day, you get your salary. Some people have two jobs, or you want to retire and you can't, and you're trying to find a path. Uh, from your morning till your evening, whatever you're doing is your blueprint to life. It is, it realistically is. However, I wasn't happy with my plan or my blueprint. I needed to find something else for myself that worked and gave me success. That that to me was overall and honestly most important. The legacy builder gave me a new skill, one that isn't just about money. It's about freedom. It's about peace of mind, having your own peace of mind. I mean, there's nothing better in life. I think it said. Thank you also for joining. That, you know, only three, 3% of online businesses, I should say online business owners, are certified in what they sell. 3%. Think about that, which means 97% of the world is not. That's a problem. I don't know about you, but it certainly is in my mind. Hi, user. That's why I took the time out and did what I needed to and went through the uh, tests and the assessments and everything. And it wasn't multiple choice. So you had to use your brain and mm, understanding and making certain you know what you're doing and talking about. But anyway, but I took that time, and that's why I became certified, because I wanted to lead with integrity, not just talk it, but be it and do it and follow through with it. That's even utmost more important to me. But have you ever, anybody, ever tried, something online and felt confused or scammed? Raise your hand if you have. Hi, John Burns and Cameo and Patty Loves. But have you ever, seriously, has anybody ever experienced something like that in your life? Because I know I have, I've all too many times, to be quite frank and quite honest with you. These glasses look like they're doing a glare. I hope they're not on you. They are on me, back in my face. But anyway, you know, but let me walk you through what I do. I work a couple hours a day max. I use automation and a funnel that connects with people while I'm sleeping. A funnel is something that's it's not those delicious ice cream funnel cakes or whatever they are. It's different. It's connected within the website that is fully automated and does a good portion of the work for you versus you doing it yourself. um, I teach people basically how to learn a real skill that builds and can build daily pay. It's really up to you what you do with it. So think about that, because I know I didn't believe it at first either. I really didn't. It took me a while, but I didn't stay on the sidelines too long, because I wanted to make a change in my life, enjoy my life, and have the freedom. Um, Hi, they hate something. And Loretta, thank you for joining. But, you know, basically, that's what I do. Being certified now, I'm able to and feel good about it because I understand what I'm doing. And many people that join, if they don't understand it, they feel they wasted money and time. and get flustered, frustrated, and quit, and then say, "Oh, didn't work." However, if you're taught the right way with somebody that's competent, hi Kathy, to teach it to you, it's a whole different ballgame. You're not, you own it, you're on your own, but you're not alone. Mentorship is, uh, you know, absolutely the best, in my opinion, without, and there's no need for to call or message somebody, email. You don't sell to your friends, family, and or you don't even need to know tech. Look at me. I don't. I'm hoping I'm live on both channels. I know I am on TikTok, but I'm not sure about YouTube. I think I am. I certainly hope I am. Anyway, but this is not affiliate marketing or MLM, multi level marketing. I own my blueprint, I own my site, and I've been trained and being certified. I have the knowledge and the integrity and the ability to train and help others get there faster than it took me. Because when I first started, the it was pretty informative, but when your head is spinning in circles and you don't understand what you're reading or having explained to you because you've never done it before, hi Diane and Edward, that's different. The version 2.0 of the Legacy Builder and all the programs, they've all been upgraded. Not the price, it stayed the same, which is awesome. However, it is so I wish I had that when I first started. It is so user friendly and beginner friendly. You can't mess it up. You really can't. Even if you tried, or a dodo head when it comes to tech stuff like me, you can't screw it up. It's all set and done for you. That's what I love. But and literally when I say step by step, it explains everything and shows you. That's even better than it was before. Hi, David. But anyway, this isn't MLM or affiliate marketing. But, but if you want me to show you the blueprint, if I'm losing my voice after this live, just say info in the chat, or you can go to my site and I'll send you directly what I use and what I follow that has been so beneficial. No strings. So seriously, if you want to learn more or understand it, definitely, you know, just put it in the chat or put it, go to my site. But anyway, I know, what it's like to watch, as I mentioned earlier, from the sidelines. I watched other people build online and thought, hmm, what if I mess up? Especially not knowing tech stuff. However, I didn't have, and plus I didn't have a big audience because I never really did this kind of thing where you feel like you're talking to yourself. However, you're not. But I, I know what it's like to watch that people though from the sidelines because I did it. And I was nervous, especially when I didn't understand what the digital world was all about, which we're in, and it's going at a locomotive speed now in life. I didn't have any type of a following outside of the people when I tried MLM. Once, and another time I got scammed. Uh, the the portion 25, it varies. Affiliate could be from 5 to 30% for doing the same work. I like the fact that I get 100% and I don't have to, as an example, let's say you're selling a pen, hypothetically, you're selling a pen in affiliate marketing for $9. I know it's an expensive pen. I'm just using this as an example. You sell a pen for $9. In order to make the same income that you would with the Legacy Builder, for example, that is featured at $900 one time fee, the same effort, you would have to sell 100 pens to get the same bottom line income from one pen versus one program. So that to me made the best sense because you're working, why not implement something that you do for less time and a better result one time versus 100 times? That was the clincher that got me initially. Hi, Dennis. Thank you for joining. But so that was one of my main reasons that I thought 100% work a couple hours from home. And as I mentioned earlier, when I first got on, the debts escalated, because we spent a lot in legal fees. The attorneys made money, but we certainly didn't. But that just put us behind the eight ball financially, which made me have to physically do something. But I can't do physical the same like I used to because I developed a disease. I can't stand for super long periods of time, sadly to speak. But anyway, not to drag it out for you, but what would having an extra 2,000 or $3,000 a month mean for you right now? Would that make a change? Let me know. Say something in the chat. Go ahead, boss baby, you're on. But, let me know. Seriously, you're not too late. You're really not. You're not behind. You're right on time for a second chance in life. This has been the most freeing journey I have ever taken. And it started basically with a decision that I decided and I made. If you've even, you know, if you're even, let's say, 1% curious, go to my site. I promise there's no pressure, just information that can give you more clarity. And I'll send you exactly what I do. Seriously. If this spoke to you tonight, to any of you, hit follow, share this with someone who needs to hear it. And I'll be back live once again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I believe I'm going to be talking more about how to earn while learning, even with, I mean, zero experience. As I said, I never had the experience. Hi, Rob J. At doing something to this nature. We all know we're in the digital age. If you don't know, you haven't been paying attention to AI and what's going on in the industry. We were in the industrial age, but not anymore. Hi, Deborah and Mitchell and Kim and Nancy. Thank you all for joining. Let me know what your thoughts are on what I've been talking about tonight, because honestly, to me, it's not about me. I want to help others who are struggling financially, perhaps like me, want to retire and can't find the wherewithal or how to actually to retire. Because let's face it, 401s are not what they used to be anymore. Because when they were generated way back when, they were meant for people that didn't live as long anymore, like they are today. Thank goodness our lifespans have extended, but in all honesty, when 401s were initially set up, they weren't designed for people to live until their 80s, 90s, and hundreds, right? I mean, that's a major improvement. And plus, with technology, the advancement with medicine and surgeries and stuff like that. I mean, my dad had open heart surgery when he was 57. He actually died on the table and they brought him back. I'll never forget the doctor who was a specialist, also had worked on Frank Sinatra, had white clogs on with blood stains on him, and he saved his life. But the recovery period took months. But today, with the technology, it's basically, like you're going to the dentist, you're in and out. And the sutures, I mean, a little thing, scars, not like Frankenstein take over your whole chest. So I'm just making a point that everything is advancing so quickly, and it's time to seriously take control of your life before AI or your your job terminates you because they close the department or whatnot. And if your business that you're in is not um, doesn't have a presence online properly with automation and the simplicity that it can be created today, they're going to be closing their doors if they don't make a change for themselves. But this is also an opportunity if you want to have a supplemental income to build in addition and create a better life for yourself and for your family. That's my goal. That's my legacy. I want to, and I think the title of it, the program I did, the legacy. I mean, it's so fitting because I want to get out of debt, pay off everything, including my mortgage, and build enough to make my life more comfortable and leave something behind for my family so they don't have to struggle like this, because I'm a big believer in helping people. I've always done that and I still do. Homeless, you name it, even fur babies. I mean, I have adopted senior doggies and senior kitties to give them a better life. And that costs money. So, I'm not going to deprive them. So that's why I do this, to not just for my own life, to help others. Because my motto has always been for almost 50 years, our family helping yours. And that's exactly what I will continue to do until my heart stops. But talking from my heart, I never did in the past. Now I understand what that means. Hi, Will. And hi, Stephen. Thank you. And if I missed your name, I do apologize. And Betty, I do apologize. I'm multitasking with one device, another device, and trying to read the teeny weeny print on there, which I user I'm not familiar with, because I usually when I do TikTok, I'm on my iPad, much bigger screen, and but your that site TikTok is more vertical, whereas YouTube is horizontal. So maybe next time I'll switch it around. I haven't decided. But I hope this all came across for everybody. And seriously, if you have any questions, feel free. Comment yes if you're ready and or want to learn more. Go to my site, and as I said, I will definitely um, send you all the information that you need. It's free to check that I use every single day. And that has really helped me to build and grow myself and 52,000 other members worldwide. As I mentioned once before, the company um, informed all of us, not for them, but all the members. The company has paid out $29 million in 10 months. Just not, as I said, not to the company. The company did, because every person doing what I do gets paid 100%. So 29 million, and people from all walks of life, all countries, and many never did anything like this before. So that's why I know, and I see it all the time. It's genuine and it's a proven system. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many six-figure income earners if there was no validity to that. And remember, there's no upline and there's no downline. It's just you directly get paid on any and all sales. Although if somebody joins with you, then you don't get paid the 100%. The person that joined through you, not under, over, or above, they get the 100%. That's the biggest difference. And I love it. Hey, Nana, I'm a Nana too. Anyway, I'm from Florida. Where's everybody else from? Any questions before I hop off? Let me know. But yucky out today. It's been raining on and off, but it's still warm. It's not this snow season here, thank goodness. Hi, Thomas and Nana once again. But anyway, I'm going to hop off, go have some dinner, and enjoy my evening. And, let me know in the comments if this came across where I didn't screw it up with doing two devices at one time. That's easy to do, but hopefully I did it right. And I hope this gave anybody and everyone some value. And I would love for anybody that sends me a question, I'll create a live answering your questions pertaining to this industry, of course. In the meantime, I want to wish everyone well. Have a fabulous evening, and I will definitely be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. And I'm going to try to do the two at once again, as long as this worked properly. Meantime, have a great evening. Take care now. Bye bye.